Hello, welcome to S7FX. Let's open our MT4 because I have not really getting just sit properly. So I have I have already opened trading view. Let me just open MT4. Hello, Simon. Gold is looking quite good. So let's do the analysis in gold first. In this sort of move, we do get usually get some sort of continuation in this sort of move. Mark our hello, Akash. We have marked our daily lines, but it's a weekly one. Marked our weekly line. You can expect some sort of downward move in gold. Good. But let's finish our analysis first so that we can make sure that the move is okay. Right? Hold, I am looking for a sell. If I get a good entry, it would be a nice one. Quick profits. I had just marked the order and I think it had just tagged me in. Yes, it had just tagged me in. So it's a quick trade. We'll talk why I take this trade. First, let me just adjust something. Like it's take profit. Take profit is at good area. There's nothing to worry about it. Let it run. This is a fast trade. I will talk about it. Why it is. Let me just do the analysis on other pairs so that I don't miss any moves. Hello, Ahmad. If this candle comes up and gives us the continuation move, then I would like to take an entry. If it goes up and goes up like this, then I would like to take a buying entry. We get a candle close in gold. I'm just minimizing my risk. Don't want to lose my entire 1% in this trade. I have just minimized it and I'm keeping my trade at around break even. It took me out at around 69, $70. But that is fine. I was expecting a quick move to the downside. So as it did not give me that move, so I did not wanted to be in that trade. I don't want to lose my entire 1% risk on this trade. You can see if I would be in this trade for some more minutes, then it would have taken my entire risk. That is not good thing. If you lose, you have to lose less. Hi, Malcolm. Gold, I took the trade because I saw a rejection area at this point. Okay, I saw this sort of rejection area, and at this area it was also a daily high. Okay, so when I saw a rejection area and a daily high at this point, and this candle was completely rejected from this area, it came down and closes somewhere at around this area. So my expectation was if I take an entry at somewhere at around this area, stop loss is at around this area, then there was a high chance that it continued its move to the downside. Okay. So this was the logic behind I took this trade. And the price has also moved far away from this 4 hour candle. So I was expecting some sort of a retracement. This was somewhere at around this area. The profit was somewhere at around this area. I exited it at around this area. So I lost almost 0.7, but that is fine. I did not want to lose much. If I take an entry, my expectation is to just give me my take profit in one candle or just give me my stop loss. I don't want to be in a trade for so long because the more you stay in the trade, the more it will mess with your mess. The more it will mess with your psychology. The thing which I was expecting by this candle, it is this thing is doing by this candle. It is about to come down and hit the take profit, but okay, that is fine. Sometimes you have to satisfy with. Look at gold. It just went up to take my stop loss. Now it is falling down. It's some high impact news at around 6 p.m. No, I don't trade online. Mostly market is in some sort of range. As I have taken one loss, so I will be more cautious every trade because next loss, if I get another loss, then I'm done for the day. Not take any extra trade. Okay? If I take one more loss, if I take a winner, then I may think to uh, continuing my trading. But if I take a loss, then that's it for today. I will be just sitting here analyzing the chart, but I will not take any further any trade. Yes, yes, yes. This comes down with some return, then that would be a nice, nice candle. Gold is at a place where it can give you range on market condition also. I'm fine, Ruben. Just 40 seconds, there is a news. Right now, market is completely inside the range. We don't have any clear sort of trend, you know. Market has lots of peaks, ups and downs. If I get a nice break to the upside in year 30, I would like to buy. If I get a nice break. So we can see the impact of news. Every candle has started giving large moves and forming weeks. Look at gold. Losses will always be there, no matter how well you trade. But the good thing is when you get your loss, then don't let it eat your entire profit. That is the best thing which you can do. If you want to know whether you are progressing in your trading journey or not, look at your risk management, how well you are managing your risk. If you are managing it good, means you are progressing. If I will get a nice bullish, no, I'm from India. If you get a nice bullish break, which is somewhere at around this area like this, then I would like to take a buy in. If I get a nice bullish candle like this, I would like to take the buy. See, if the market condition is good, we definitely get good trades. But if the market condition starts settling, then it will become difficult to get good trades because we trade on momentum basis. See, at this area we had some sort of nice momentum. In this area also, but if you look at the 2 day, see when we shift at around this area, we had just two candles, two momentum candles, and that's it. How much is 71 euro? Can you say it in dollars? India is a very vast country. You cannot say that what is the minimum salary. Here in India, minimum salary can be 100 rupees also. Like that is like $1 for one day. I'm talking about monthly. That can be 5,000, 10,000. Depends. If you are in a village, then there are also people earning like 5,000, 7,000, and they can easily spend their life that much of money, like 5,000, 10,000 rupees. It means that like how much, like below $100 per month, $90, $95. In a city like Mumbai or Delhi, you need at least for a decent lifestyle, you need at least minimum 500 to $1,000. It also depends, like what is your bare minimum. For some people, bare minimum is just uh, like for some people, bare minimum is just uh, eating good and having a normal apartment. And for some people, very bare minimum is like eating in restaurants, having a luxurious car, having a good sized apartment. Depends. What I'm expecting, if it continue its move to the upside and give me a nice break, I would like to buy. I would like to take a buying order in gold. Because in the left side we are having a clear traffic. Goes up and breaks it, then I will assume this was just no. I'm not a full time trader, but just a break and retest. I would assume it. No, sometimes it becomes very like difficult. You cannot do anything besides just minimizing your losses. If you get this sort of thing, you cannot do much. You have to just minimize the losses. This is not a good market condition to take trades with with upside, with market. One candle comes down, the other candle just retraces all the way back up. So this is some sort of corrective price action where we see this is a trending price action where retracements are small and continuation are big. In corrective price action, you have almost similar sort of retracement. Right now, we are having some sort of corrective price action. But if you look at this price action, also it is some sort of corrective price action. So we will be very cautious in this sort of price action because when you get this sort of price action, we don't see a nice like 2 3 candle impulse. This sort of price action, you have to be very careful. Just want to see Euro USD. Okay. Euro USD, the impact was quite good. The biggest mistake traders do when they start getting losses, they start to like switch pairs, change pairs. And that is the biggest mistake. Most of the times, if you are getting loss in one pair or two pairs, you will definitely get loss in the pair which you will select also. Because the problem is not in your strategy or the problem is not in you. The problem is like the market is not, the timing is not that much good. That is 0.2% on each trade. Yeah, again is 0.2%. Teacher, we can also see you are not getting right now any sort of any nice impulsive move to the upside or downside. So we will be very cautious because in this side, this sort of market condition can easily give us a loss. Right now, I will be very cautious. Again, AJ also not good price action right now. Going bold. I watched uh, Raja Bank challenge, which he took like he made $1 million from 50K from a 50K personal account. He made $1 million, and in, I just counted it like PNL. I just watched his PNL, and what I observed, he was just taking 7 to 10 pips in every trade. If you look at his PNL, he is taking the 7 to 10 pips in every trade. If he loses just 7 to like 10 pips max. Somewhere he just did some mistake, but apart from those, everything was perfect. I'm telling you this because many people have and have a thinking like if you are sorry, we have one more candle for the this 1 hour candle. Many people think that you need a lot of like tips to make a lot of money. No, you have to just catch a small tips only to make big return. You don't need to catch an entire move. Small tip, that's it. That will be enough. I would like to take a pending order in gold. Tax in at around this area. I would like to be in this trade. I just placed a pending order. Right? Why not pending order? Okay, okay. Sorry, I just by mistake I placed two pending orders. Now it's fine. I have placed a pending order right here because I cannot wait for one more candle to just close. One more 15-minute candle to close. Why? Because see here what the market is doing. Here we are having June. So market is right now what the market did. It is just trying to continue its move up. It is just taking a retest and then there is a high chance it will continue its move to the upside. Okay. So if I know this thing earlier, I can easily that is why I am placing my pending order this area. So let's suppose if it breaks this high, it just tag me in and just keep continuing its move to the upside. Okay. That is why I have placed this pending order to the upside. To the upside, we are having a nice clear, uh, like nice clear move. Not, I'm not seeing any sort of problem towards the upside. If it will breaks the high, I don't think it has just tagged me. Yes, it has just tagged me in. So we have lot of clear move to the left side. Have lot of move. Let's see. This area, the market shows some weakness. It's just yep, my take profit is this area, which is absolutely good. Keep it aside. Small 124. I just tagged me in. Stop loss around this area. I place my stop loss not just the entire below this candle because I know if the market will come down at this area only, there is a high chance it will come down to my it will come down and break this low also. So there is no need to just place the candle to just entirely place the stop loss to just entirely below the body of the candle. Yes, we are having a clear traffic. If it continues smooth, there is a high chance that if it will go up and tag, it give me my take profit. Yeah. Hello, Ashley. Just give me a moment. I will be right back in a minute. Is it pressing back again? That is fine. The gold is fooling us. Just take my entire 1% loss, which is not good, which I did not want it to happen. Today I have taken my full 2%, like full loss. Now, from now, I will not be looking for any setup. I will be just analyzing the market. I just fooled us 30 times. Here in this entry, I could not decrease my stop loss. That is fine. Because I always say that it depends on market. If market will not allow me to minimize it, I will not be able to minimize it. So let's just wait patiently and watch the market, what the market is doing. Let's see if the market gives us any opportunity or not. I just took two fast losses. In GJ, it is showing a move to the downside, but again, see, I'm not seeing any sort of strength in any candle. This candle was good candle. After this candle, every candle was like okay candle, not a good candle. It's not saying clear, uh, nice momentum to the downside. Just wait and you can mark our pseudo entries trading you. Take loss is very important, because if you will not take loss, you will not learn how to minimize the risk, how to be disciplined, how to be patient. From now, I will be just sitting for 2 hours without taking any trade. It develops a discipline inside me. No matter how good a trade will look, I will not take it. But today, I have done my trading. The market condition is not very trending also. When the market condition looks trending, then you made some nice profits. But when market condition is like this, look at the market condition, not trending. There is no trend in it. It just dips to the top side, dips to the downside, not giving us any good opportunity. Today also, here also it just went up, came down. Yesterday I backtested March month of March. It was very difficult month to trade. March 2022. And in those sort of months, it is very important to just uh, take your losses and stay out of the market. Don't need to just try to be hurry to just recover your loss, don't try to recover it. Just do your trading at your pace. No need to hurry to just recover your loss as early as possible. No, there is no need to be hurry. Take your time. You have any plan, you have made it for a purpose. Don't let the purpose defeat. Don't let the purpose defeat. In GJ, I'm seeing some sort of move, but again, the same thing. Where is the momentum? Look at the size of the candle. These are not the candles on which I want to take any entry. Can easily retrace back or give you a range. In long run, GJ is bullish. These are the market conditions where it will become difficult to make money. These market conditions. These market conditions are not good. And in these sort of market condition, you have to just save your capital. And lots of people lost their entire money on this sort of market condition. And this is not a big part of the market. This is a big part. This is the big part. You have to just wait for your. These are the big parts of the market. You have to just wait for your part. Once it will come, you will be able to make recover all your losses and make some decent profit. Before that, don't try to just jump into the trade. Try to recover your profit because market will not allow you to take the profit, then you will not be able to make it. Just give me a second, someone. Just give me a second. Nice analysis. and it's but I don't like to jump over the pairs. If you will trade in fixed pair, then after some times you will learn the characteristics of that pair. But if you will keep hopping from one pair to another pair just by taking 1 or 2 day loss, then it is not good. Stick to it. I'm just looking at the day time frames so that I can get an idea. Just give me a second. Thanks, Manix. This is the thing which I was telling you that it's not saying, it's not giving us a clear information that it will maybe it's moved to the downside. There's now a zone. The market is completely inside the range from yesterday only. There's some sort of corrective price action. Let's check Eurojectify as Manix is saying something. Simply break and continuation strategy support understand. It's coming down quite well. But again, you don't know on which day which pair will uh, give you. My advice is to just stick to your pairs. Don't try to jump. One day this pair, another day that pair. Don't try to jump. Just choose those pair who gives you nice, then stick to that pair only. Gold is giving us some breakout. If it breaks this area and give us a nice bearish close, we could have taken entry. Nice break it, and closes somewhere at around this area, then that will be a good entry. It will be somewhere at around this area. Apart from that, we are not seeing any nice move in any of the pair. Just 1 minute 15 seconds, this candle will close, and after this close, if it gives us a nice bearish candle, we can look for a sell. It is pressing all the way back up, which is not good. Quite good. haven't seen these signs, Arjun. I'm not taking this trade in my LT4. I'm just doing a pseudo trading. It has just tagged me in. Yes, it involves discussion because where, like, let's suppose you want to place your stop loss at take profit at this area, but I want to place my take profit above this area. So it involves some discussion. Apart from it, everything is fine. So this is about to hit the take profit. See, it has almost hit the take profit. There is a high chance that it will come down and hit the take profit. So 0.6 paid. After the close of this candle, we can think of taking the trade in USD. Wanted this candle to break all the way at around this area. It'll be a nice. Five percent rule on NFF is basically the calculation which they do on equity. Let's suppose you are having a running position. But your balance has you have a $10,000 balance, and you made around your current. You take a trade, and in a trade you made $700. The trade is still running, and the day has been over, and now the next day your trade is still running. Okay, now from 700 it comes down and closes at around 100. So overall balance will be 10,000 plus 100. Okay, 10,000 plus 100 because you close your trade next day at around 100. But the equity will be look like this. So here I'm drawing a graph so that you can understand. This is day one and this is day two. So in day one, your balance and equity will look like this. Okay. And day two, what happens? That it comes down and closes somewhere at around this area. This is a balance curve. Sorry, this is a equity curve. So here, this is a equity curve. And balance curve will be, if this is day one of equity curve, and this is day two of equity curve. And your balance curve will look like this. You are just 1% up. Day one and day two, you are just 1% up. This is your equity balance curve. This is your balance. And this will look like this is your equity. Equity means current positions, which is still running, current trades, live trades. Okay. So here you can see this 5% down. So this down is not at in your this down is not from your $10,000. This down is from your $700, which the profits which you are making. Okay, but still they count this as a drawdown, 5% drawdown rule on equity. They will say that you have violated your you have violated their rule. In FTMO, they don't uh, count it. If you are going negative, then negative 5% will be counted. But if you are positive and then you comes down negative, let's suppose you are positive like 10% and you close the trade at around 3%. Okay, so it will be counted as a net positive 3%. But here in my forex firm, they will count it as a loss. You have violated their uh, rule because you came from 10% to 3%. I think now it is clear. Because 8% rule, like you have drawdown rule of 12% and you have to make only 8%. When you're 2%, really 2% matters. If you are taking any challenge, then 2% is a big thing. So here now we are getting some sort of break. So if we will get a nice break and close at this area, I would like to place an entry somewhere at around this area. This is a bullish candle. This ends up in a bullish. It's starting to close like this. If AJ gives us this sort of candle, then I would like to take an entry. It gives this sort of candle. Then my entry will be somewhere at around this area. Will be somewhere at around this area. This 30 has started giving us nice move. It closes something like this. I would like to place an entry somewhere at around this area. First we get area table somewhere at around this area. Close like this. Give me a minute. Sorry, I just muted the mic. Sorry. So I am telling you that see what I learned from this thing, that never try to be in a hurry. Okay. This trade I jumped into a trade. Why? Because I did this mistake again. This is the second time I did this mistake. See, I saw the candle and I took the entry. Okay. And it was just 5:30. I should have waited for some time. This was a rejection zone, no doubt. Okay. The candle was showing there was a rejection zone and the candle was showing the rejection, but still it had already broken this area, so I should have waited for some more time. But I should have waited for some more time. Okay, this is the second time I have done this sort of mistake. I will show you this mistake one in my previous trades also. I have did this same mistake. Here this trade was okay. This was a good trade. The market has broken well above this zone, and this candle tried to continue its move to the upside. So this trade, I would not say that this is a bad trade. This was a good trade, more or less. Now I think audio must be okay. US30, you can see that it is going to hit our take profit. See this trade, the trade at this area. So this was some sort of the trade which I took today on gold, and it was lost at that time also, and it is a loss. See, I saw this sort of a bullish engulfing candle, and I took the trade, and there was a zone rejection. Okay, there was a zone rejection, and I saw the candlestick pattern and take the trade. I did not notice that like we are having a strong zone at this area also. I should have noticed that there was a strong zone at this area. In this zone, there was a strong zone. From here, you can see how you can say that the zone is strong or weak by seeing how it rejected the price at this level. This was a strong zone. So I take the entry at this area, but I should have considered that there is a strong zone at this area. Okay, one thing. And the other thing is like, this is not the sort of trade which I usually take. I wait for a break of previous 1 hour or 4 hour. And also, it was the 4 hour, at that time, the 4 hour line was at somewhere at around this area. Okay, this was my 4 hour line. The market had already moved a lot. Okay, so if the market has given you a nice move, then so that was the thing. That was okay. But again, 1 hour had also given us a nice bullish move. So I should have thinking about one more time that there was nothing big break from candlestick perspective. There was a strong zone at this area also, so we could easily get some rejection from this area. It was the second time I did this mistake. See, taking a loss is not a bad thing. Just take a loss, but learn from it. See, when I saw this trade, Then I realized that I have taken this sort of loss in my past also. You look at this trade. This was the same sort of trade which I took, and I had clearly uh, written all those points problems. But looking at the size of the candle, it is clear that the momentum is not market was in a range, and I used just candlestick pattern for entry, which is not my style. I had written at this area also. Okay. So, you know, but again, see, if I did this mistake and I realized it that I have done a mistake, then it means that I am uh, more prone to not do this mistake again in future. Because I have seen this twice that if you see this sort of rejection, then uh, be cautious. Until unless it is nicely from 4 hour, like this, this rejection is quite good. This rejection, let's suppose this rejection from 1 4 hour, 1 hour, and some zone, and then we see this sort of rejection. Then that is quite good. And this was the okay trade. This trade was okay. I don't see any problem in it. This trade, I could wait for like I could wait for this white candle to be at least break above this zone and closes somewhere at around this area. Closes somewhere at around this area, then that would be a high probability trade. Then that would be a high probability trade. If let's suppose the market goes up and closes at around this area and I take an entry at somewhere at around this area, then that would be a very high probability trade. But if I see my gold entries, you can see I have taken so many entries like that only. See this entry. I saw this move. It has not broken above this zone. If you look at closely, you can see that it has not broken above the zone. It closed at the zone only, and I placed my entry at around this area, and it went up sharply. So I was expecting this sort of move coming this candle. From this candle. After this sort of candle, I was seeing that it is at the zone. So you can see also one thing you can also see that I had placed my entry far from this candle. This is a far entry. If you see that this is a far entry. Why? Because I wanted that a candle goes up and will break well above this zone, so that I don't have any risk on the table. I don't want, and I also don't want it to just avoid, like I don't want it to be late in the entry. That is the reason why I just took it a little early. Because sometimes what happens in gold only that you get this sort of candle. If you wait for one more candle to take the entry, then it will be too late. You know. So that is why I decided to risk it, but did not work well. Okay, that is fine. This is the part of the game. And here, US 30 is playing, but again, that is fine. There is nothing to worry about in US 30. There is a high chance that you will reach somewhere at around this area. Minimize it. After this candle, we can minimize our risk to this area only. The market comes down to this area, that is fine. I don't want to be in this trade. I don't want to lose my entire capital, like entire 1%. If it comes down and tags me out, that is fine. I want to minimize my risk. I don't want to uh, lose my entire cent on one trade. If let's suppose If let's suppose it takes me in and the this candle only just come down like this, then that is the I cannot do anything in this sort of market condition. It does not matter how good your like money management it is. If the market is have decided to just take you out, it will take you out. You cannot do anything. AJ, it is looking quite good. We get a nice entry somewhere around this area. That will be hyper again. I placed it almost above all the zones. My target will be somewhere at around this area only. If it goes up and tags me, there is a high chance that it will give you a take profit. Comes down, then that will not be a good trade. But if it continues move to the upside, then there is a high chance that we give you your take profit. Look here also in gold. What had happened? See, this candle was not able to break this zone. So that is why I decided to place my entry above this zone and candle. You can see this. And it tagged me in and continued to give me my take profit. So in gold, I have seen that sort of this. Look at this, this was GJ. In gold, I have seen that sort of move so many times. If it comes down and closes at around this here, then that is not a good. But if it goes up and gives you closes at around this area and takes you in, then there is a high chance that it will Continue its move to the upside. By taking these two winners, it clearly shows that patience always pays off. If you sit in front of your computer, don't try to be hurry to take trade. Just wait patiently. Wait patiently for let the trade come to you. You don't go to the trade. Let the trade come to you. Then take the entry. See, here it will come at my entry area. So I don't want to be in that trade. I'm just removing my order. It's fine. Let's continue. Let's move. None of these candles are the candles on which we should take an entry because there is no momentum is in the candle. There is no momentum. Look at the size of the candles. Small size candle, not that big. But it will take an entry in that. Audible. Trading patience pays off. It's not about your skill. It's not about your strategy. It's only about your patience. How much patience you have, and that pays off. Skill strategy is just secondary thing. Anyone can learn the strategy. Anyone can. See, let's suppose this candle goes up and closes something like this, like this. Then this candle closes something like this. That would be a high probability trade. I would like to place an entry somewhere at around this area. So of course, it will be at around this area. It will be at around this area. But only when it goes up and closes bullish. It closes bearish, then it will be in this. This is the thing which I wanted to see. If it closes something like this, you can place an entry somewhere at around this area. Your profit will be at around this area, stop loss will be at around this area. In US 30, I would have closes it at around break even. But it took like more time than usual. So usually I do get my take profit at around this candle or this candle. But it has taken a lot more than that. So I would have closed my trade at around this area only. I would not like to be in this trade anymore. Just wanted, if I would be in the trade, I would be have closed it at around this area. AJ, it has just given us a big, so no need to take entry in this. Recently, let's suppose I have exited it at around breakeven. This is the reason why I exited it at around breakeven, because because rejecting from once, rejected twice, there was a high chance that it will come down and take your stop loss. Vijay is probably some sort of head and shoulder pattern. It's good. To get a nice bullish close, that would be a nice entry to take at around this area. Do not just jump into it. I will let the candle close, then I would like to take that. Here we are having one more concern is that we don't see a nice bullish candle, nice body, then that will not be a good sign that the market has momentum and it will give you your take profit in just one candle. So it is very important to just wait for the candle to see how bullish this candle is for taking that trade. FOMC USD is a very high impact news. FOMC. I remember I traded this. Uh, this comes, I think, in 3 months, 2 months. Yes, last time it came on March 16. I traded it. I made at around $500 or $400. It was a sort of news trade. I traded. This is a FOMC. But today I will not be taking any uh, this sort of trade with a high impact trade. And that is why this is the reason why we are seeing this slowdown in the market. You know, if any news, if any that sort of news is coming around, then the markets try to accumulate the orders as much as they can. Okay. So that they get uh, if they get that much of high impact news, they can move the market in their direction as much as they can. Because if we have a lots of pending order placed, so this is the reason why the market starts moving slowly when an important news event about to happen. This is not the good thing. I wanted a strong bullish candle to take an entry, but here I'm not getting that sort of bullish candle. It's just a normal small candle, like making a small moves. Breaks the high, retrace, again breaks the high, retrace, breaks the high, trying to continue the retrace. I want to see this sort of where when it breaks it, I want to see just tag me in and just give me my take profit. Can uh, you can take a risk on it. You know, because it has broken this. If it tags me in, then I would like to take an action. Will not if it will not give me my entry exit early, then I will definitely remove it. If let's suppose the market start dancing something like this, I will remove it at around break even. And why I take this order? Because see, first it breaks the zone. Second, it has also broken the previous 1 hour and 4 hour candle. Okay, so this is the reason why at one glance I was not very convinced with the size of this white candle. But again, when I saw it, then I realized that it can give you some move. But see how it is retracing. This is not good. This is not good. So let's just let our pending order at this place because what it can do, it just break it, retest, and then we continue. See, right now market is in this sort of mode. Break the high, retrace, again break, again retrace, again break, and we can see some sort of retracement again. This is not good. Just wait, see what it does. See, if you trade in intraday time frame, then it is very important to be patience. If you don't have patience, if you have anger, then you will start doing over trading. You will start doing revenge trading. Those sort of things. That is why it is very important to be calm. If you take a loss, it doesn't matter. Yes, it is the part of the it is the part of your plan. You have already planned it, and that is why we always place our stop loss. That is why we always manage our risk, and that is why we always risk 0.2%, because we know that my next trade may be a losing trade. TJ is completely inside the range. Did not give us any opportunity. We set at around this candle, and no, at around this candle. After that, it gave us a little move, but after that, it went into the range. Well, the market was in some sort of range. See, let's suppose I would have not exited from this entry, then it would be a losing trade. So this is the reason why you should always manage your risk, and if it does not go in your direction, then don't try to be in that trade for so long. If it tags me in and continue in my direction, then I will be in this trade. But if I will see that it is losing its momentum, not giving us any opportunity to be in the market, be, then I will not be in the trade. It is taking more time than usual. Usually, at this sort of time, must have broke the high. It is taking more time than usual. I'm just waiting for this candle to close. After this, uh, I would be closing my stream. See, winning trades will not teach you anything because once a trade wins, you will never going to look at that trade. But if you lose in a trade, you will see it so many times. Why I lost? You will start when you start questioning why you get a loss. From there, you will start improving. Just removing my order, this order. Why? Because see, I'm not getting any confidence in these all these candles. Look at these all wicks in 5 minutes. These are not giving us me any sort of confidence to be in the trade. I'm just removing my order. This 15-minute candle is completely mess. 5 minute candle is completely mess. If you look at is it really giving you confidence that the market wants to continue its move to the upside? No. There is the momentum. All these candles have large, tricky candles. I don't want to be part of this. It doesn't matter. It gives me my take profit. But for me, this one will be a risky trade. If someone takes this. Okay, let's wrap up this session. We took two loss. One was up loss, and in other trade I managed to get save my 0.3% and I lost 0.7. This is the result. Then I didn't. I just removed my order from this entry because I was not getting that much of confidence. It, but it was taking much more time than usual to continue its move to the upside. And if you are in this sort of zones where you need a strength to break this sort of zones, if you are not showing the strength, then there is a chance that you may just maybe fake out, not an actual break. But anyway, this candle is doing quite good. So that is good. If it's not fits your plan, then there is no need to take the trade. Bye. Happy trading. Yes, losses. You know, loss is very important thing. you should not like think that loss is bad. Loss is good because in when you get lost, then only uh, your patience will be tested, your discipline will be tested. When you get lost, in profits, every trade will be a profit trade. Then there is no need to be patient. There is no need to be discipline. But when you get your loss, then only it's your test. How is your discipline? How is your patience? When you get your loss, many people say that just close the street. No, just sit and just, if you have decided to that I will give 3 hours of time, give it 3 hours of time. Read the market, see what the market is doing. Here, what I did, I just take one winners. See, I patiently wait. It breaks. This candle break this zone. Okay, and I took an entry at this area, and it gave me my take profit. Even 30 also, I took one trade. I managed it very well and exited somewhere at around break even. In AJ, I just see. I just did not take this entry. Why? Because I was not looking. It was not giving me a quite good uh, impulse. No, I wanted to see some nice bullish move for taking the entry and see what happens. If I would be in this trade, it would be a loss. So I learned, I get the experience of all these things. You know, if let's suppose I have at around 6 or 6:30, I had taken both the trades, but still I did not close the stream, and I sit and I saw all the chart activity and see if I would be in this trade and I would have not removed my order, it would be a loss. And why I removed my order? Because I was not getting enough strength. Look at this candle. This is a nice candle which is showing the strength. I wanted to see this sort of candle at this area, but you can see how it break the zone just by small candles with lots of wicks. In 5 minutes, if you see, can you say that this is going to break the zone? No, this is not going to break the zone. If you know, this is also a trend. Uh, this is also a method to know whether it's a fake out or a breakout by checking the strength of the candle, by checking the strength of the entire leg, how strong the leg is. It's not giving me any sort of a strength. See how it came down sharply. Bye bye.